daily procrastinator with a business degree, mind you, and she hopes to encourage us to quickly write our speeches just like her. Welcome, Kathleena, to speak about her second attempt for creative speech in 5 minutes. Kathleena.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Writing a speech is kind of hard for me. Sometimes I struggle. I'm not sure how to ameliorate that pressure to write the best speech for the Toastmasters and keep you entertained. Can someone raise their hand if you've ever procrastinated or you have struggled? Yay! Everybody's raising their hands. I'm not alone. Procrastination is so easy. It's such an easy trap to fall into because you always feel like you have unlimited amount of time and there's always more time to write your speech or finish a project. And being a Toastmaster, I had the opportunity to go to one of our educational seminars on the weekend. And we had a Toastmaster, and she gave a speech about how she writes all her speeches in 5 minutes or less. And she taught us kind of the basic ideas and the concept behind it. And for herself, she was trying to run for an election in the school board. She had 2 kids. She was working full time. She just had her head everywhere. And so that became a struggle for her to come to Toastmasters to focus on writing a speech, to have an idea ready, and be able to talk to an audience for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And so she devised a way to make a speech quickly and just get it over with. And so I've applied that to my speeches, and I hope you try the strategy too. It's very easy. So first, you're going to pick a topic, any topic. Marie over there, could you tell me something that you love? What's your favorite thing that you love? Like anything to do?
So,
Eat? And now you can write a speech. So you pick a topic. Let's say, for example, eating. You could talk about things you like to eat, things that are dangerous to eat. You could talk about why you're so passionate about food and why it's important for you. And that's your speech. You're done. And that's basically what I do. I think of 20 different things, 5 different things that I could talk about without having to reference too deeply, or I know at least majority of the facts by heart, and that it's easy to come by. So choose a topic that you like. Choose a topic that you know well. If it is a technical topic, like in your field, break it down for the audience. If your audience are all engineers, then you don't have to worry about it. But if they're not, think of the 5 key elements of being an engineer. You know, how do you get that degree? How do you become passionate? You come up with the hows and whys. And that's the next part of creating a speech in 5 minutes, is thinking about 3 or 4 points of interest. And so these points of interest are the how, the whys, or what's. How could be like, how did you learn about this topic? How is it important? Why you like it? Why everyone should get involved with it? You can explain where to learn more about it from. You can talk about, when's the best time to go skiing, or when's the best time to approach this topic or participate in an event. And that's kind of fills the gap of your 5 to 7 minutes. You find 3 or 4 interest aspects of the topic and you just highlight it. And if you do get stumbled on what to really say, just think of the speech as a conversation with your friend that you're going to have for 5 minutes. And that takes the pressure off immediately. You're not going to worry about being correct or being like slightly off or having too many uhs and ums. You want to just make it casual and informative. And so that just kind of helps alleviate the pressure. So once you've got your outline points, then you can start thinking about your introduction and your conclusion, which is the third part of writing a speech in 5 minutes or less. You just want to memorize the first line of your speech. Are you going to give a short story about how you learned about the topic? Like example, like let's say cats. I found a stray cat and I was so inspired of how cool this cat looked. I wanted to learn more about raising a cat and taking care of it. And that could be your speech. And so you could start off with a story and say, like, does anyone have any pet cats? And then you got the audience engaged. And you can personalize the question and say, can you raise your hand? Or can someone, or you shout out a name in the audience like, Melanie, tell me about how many cats you've had in your life. And then she says none, and that'll say, that's crazy, you should have at least 2. And now the audience is engaged because I made a joke and I kind of just keep people involved. And so you want that memorized. And once that's memorized and you feel comfortable, Then you can move on to your points of interest, the hows, the whys, and wheres of your speech. And then your conclusion, you just wanted to summarize what you've been talking about. Where you're going, why does it matter, why are you so passionate about it? And so once you have that conclusion sorted out, then you could really reflect on, did I acknowledge all my points? Am I missing anything? Should I put out an extra call to action? And once you have that there, then you're done. You're like, that's it. And so that's what I strategized the last several months, is creating speeches that I can present to the club of topics that I'm very aware of, things I've experienced, like going to Costa Rica or a family reunion, or my work for a radio station that works with NPR and journalism, as well as any art museum I've gone to. I'll talk about my experiences with that. And that you don't have to necessarily fact check, because it's about your experience, it's very personal and relatable. So I hope that you take on the challenge to ad-lib a speech a little bit and just make it easy and fun for yourself, and just only take 5 minutes, maybe 10.